So, the topic I'm talking about today is on emptiness. Hi, how are you? And it's not just about conquering emptiness. I'm talking about the duality. There's a bit of a paradox when it comes to emptiness. So, I will just introduce those who are new here. There's Varun. Hi, how are you? So, I'm going to talk about emptiness. Okay? And I mentioned about Rumi's quote, his poetry. And this is, I'm going to read it out, okay, as people come in. This is what he wrote. This world which is made up of our love for emptiness. Praise the emptiness that blanks our existence. This place made from our love for that emptiness, yet somehow comes from emptiness. This existence goes. Praise to that happening, hour and over. Okay? For years I pulled my own existence out of emptiness. Then one swoop, one swing of the arms, that work is over. Free of who I was, free of presence, free of dangerous fear, hope, free of mountainous wanting. The here and now mountain is a tiny piece of straw blown off into emptiness. These words I'm saying so much begin to close meaning, existence, emptiness, mountain, straw. Words of what they try to say swept out of the window, down the slant of the roof. Okay? So that's by Rumi. I wonder if you heard of this. Those who have heard of this poem, say yes. Okay? And do you understand it? Because there's a bit of a paradox when he explains emptiness. Okay? Those who understand it, write in the comments and tell me what you think. Now, he spoke about being free of fear, free of mountainous wanting, free of hope, free of presence. Okay? I can't say that I 100% agree with some of the things he said, but most of it, yes. Free of hope is questionable. Free of fear, definitely. Free of mountainous wanting, free of presence. What exactly is this presence? So emptiness is a paradox. Now, once you have the real taste of emptiness, that mountainous wanting diminishes. My own life was the desire to experience emptiness. I'm sure you have had that. Some of you, or perhaps most of you, have had the desire to experience emptiness. Because what it does is that it allows you first to escape, you could say, escape from this world that brings you down. Or another better way of saying that is to, in a way, exit or be part of a world of the upper realms, part of a world where God resides. So through the emptiness you will want to explore. The desire for emptiness is exploring that vacuum state, that vacuum place, the place of that vacuum, where God resides. So the desire to experience that, and at the same time discovering that when you experience that, you have a taste of that emptiness, when you come back, you overcome that mountainous wanting, that you're never the same person again. So, as Rumi was talking about that, praise the emptiness that blanks our existence. Praise is a joyful thing. So that discovery, when you go through that period of emptiness and you enter into this another world, because it blanks out our existence. And existence, this place made from our love for that emptiness. Our desire for that emptiness is really based on love. When you want to discover God, it really is based on a great desire to love God. It is love. Okay? So, at the same time, that emptiness in another perspective is that emptiness within us. But there's another perspective. And that's when I say overcoming that emptiness to discover another aspect of emptiness, which is filling. That aspect of emptiness which I spoke about in terms of the feeling of lost, feeling of what am I doing here? What am I doing in this world? I don't feel complete. I feel this restlessness. And I'm sure many of you experience that aspect of emptiness. Okay? So the challenge is ridding of it completely as we explore the vacuum state, that connection with God, which God resides in another realm. So it's an interesting play of finding that we have that emptiness inside, and yet we use that journey. We go through a journey of going into emptiness to find ourselves. So that's an interesting, a paradox to that. And I found, like for myself, when I was feeling empty, because when I let go of many things, when I went into the minimalist approach, when I was willing to dive within, when I was willing to let go, okay, and I was willing to find out what was within me and totally empty myself of the old me, so that through that process I can allow God to refill, and I no longer experience that old worldly emptiness. Okay? Over a couple of years of going through that journey, I no longer feel that anymore. So we need to take this first step, is that if you're still feeling that worldly emptiness, the disconnect, then you will have, this means that you have not completed the journey into discovering God. Okay? first step you should do, and I encourage you to start as soon as possible, is to start letting go of the things which you hold you down. As Rumi mentioned about the fear, list down all the things that you are fearful of. That wanting, the wants should shift to needs. Okay? So I tell myself, I don't think I have that many wants as I had before. I can't say that I have zero wants. Okay? I don't. I do have some wants. But the wants have been overridden by the needs, because the needs are the things that we require to function day to day, and also to achieve our higher purpose. That's what I need. Okay, wants are beyond that. They do not really are aligned to the higher purpose. They're just a want, a worldly want. But that's the way I look at it differently. So I focus on my needs. Once I've gone through that experience of emptiness, I know how it is like to have zero. Okay? And sometimes it is good for every one of us to have a taste of that zero. Because when we taste that zero, that worldly emptiness is filled by a heavenly filling. And no amount of difficulty that you go through in your life thereon can affect you, because of that heavenly filling that you have had. Worldly emptiness is diminished, and the desire to experience emptiness in a realm is more and more and more. Okay? And you're like a cup that is constantly emptying itself to be filled with more and more and more beautiful things. Things that you never quite imagined. Okay? So, are you willing to take the first step? That's the thing. Now, Rumi also mentioned fear, to be rid of hope. Okay? I disagree with that. I would say hopelessness. But hope is one thing that you should allow yourself in whatever that we desire for, that we keep hoping that it will happen. Because of that power we have within us, God within us, that whatever we hope for, the right time will happen. God will always give us the desires of our heart. It's just about timing. The only thing that prevents us from getting what we want is our own self-doubt, because we are so powerful that we delay things and cancel it out. So always allow hope to be there with absolute belief that it will happen sometime or the other, that it will happen. Focus on the word will. Okay? So that's what I believe. And yes, I hope that that has been useful to understand about the emptiness. I see it from two different perspectives. From the, you could say that, I don't want to say it's positive or negative, but really it's a duality. And we should all experience emptiness. It's not only for a few people who've gone through suffering or those who want to take a spiritual path. I encourage everyone to go through it. Okay? So I thank you very much. And those who want to share anything privately with me, write me a private message and visit my website, tahiramirkhan.com. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough today. So yes, also join my YouTube channel, Tahira Mir Sultan Khan. And there will be videos uploaded every week. If you miss the Facebook Live, it'll be online. And I thank you very much, and it's good evening to everyone. Thank you.